This is Daniel Sheehan, delighted to be joined by Frank Smith after the Dave Allen and Makhmudov press conference here in Sheffield. Frank, just how big of an opportunity is this for Dave Allen?
Massive. Dave Allen's got the opportunity here to go on from here and get any of those big top 10 names. What Dave Allen's done in his career to date, when you think he hasn't applied himself to the maximum of his potential. And he's got this opportunity. If he delivers a big performance on Saturday night, he can go to a whole new level. He can completely change his life. So I'm happy for him. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a great atmosphere in there, and looking forward to it.
Most definitely. You mentioned those top 10 names, and a lot's been said about Deontay Wilder. Is there any legs to that? Could we see possibly Wilder versus Allen in a future fight?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. I said, when you talk about him fighting any of those top 10, I think a lot of those people in the top 10, if you put them in with Makhmudov, would they sell the tickets that Dave Allen has sold on Saturday? No. So Dave puts himself in a position where he's arguably could be an A-side in some of those fights, and he's not just an opponent because he's got huge commercial appeal. But yeah, Wilder, what a fight that would be.
Most definitely. Of course, Dave's got to get through that on Saturday night first. Just turning slight attention to other news this week. Of course, the signing of Ben Whittaker, leaving Boxer, coming over to Matchroom. How good was that promo video?
Yeah, brilliant. And look, when you're working with a character like Ben Whittaker who gets it, invests himself into not just in the ring but outside the ring, that's what we want to do. That's why we want to be involved with these people. Ben Whittaker is has the potential to become a superstar of the sport, not just in the UK but globally, and we're excited about where that journey is going to take us.
Most definitely. And what is the plan for Ben Whittaker over the next few years? What is the way in which Matchroom want to guide and shape his career from now onwards?
I think he obviously debut end of November is the plan. 4 fights in 14 months. He's never really had the momentum, in my opinion, and never really had the build from a boxing perspective. So he needs to be put in the right fights. And then as we step into 2027, we're talking about a guy who's going to rule, in my opinion, the sport for 8, 9, 10 years. He will be a superstar in this sport. So it's about building him in the right manner. Obviously, there's always the pressure in boxing to push people on. I think with someone like Ben Whittaker, when he's got the potential and the levels he can get to, you've got to do it in the right way.
And we've heard a little bit of Eddie talking about this week about how AJ could potentially be back before the end of the year. Any truth to that?
Anything's possible.
And Frank Warren has been saying that Tyson Fury has categorically confirmed he wants to fight in 2026. Not sure it's too much of a surprise to many people. Is 2026 the year we're finally going to see Fury versus AJ, Frank?
I hope so. Look, we do so much talking in this sport, don't we, and things don't always come to fruition. But I feel that fight will happen. It's the biggest fight to be made. And I'm hopeful we see it because, we all want to see it. We're fans as much as anyone. So, yeah, I'm confident in 2026 that's what we'll see.
Great. Thank you very much for your time, Frank.